Hey guys, Irvi here. I would like to talk to you today about the most important thing about taking on a weight loss journey. And in fact, it's probably the most important thing with anything in life, and that's the mindset. What you think creates your reality. It all starts up here. If your thoughts are, I'm fat, I'm worthless, I'm ugly, I'm never gonna look like the way I want to, those thoughts are going to turn into feelings about yourself. That's going to turn into feeling sad, into feeling worthless, into feeling depressed, rejected, you name it. And that's going to manifest itself in the world around you. You're going to create a really shitty reality for yourself. So if you're thinking about starting a weight loss journey or, a strength training journey, or if you're looking to take on something in life that requires some dedication, you want to change your life for the better, the first thing you have to address is your mental state. So let's first address what happens when you have all these negative thoughts and then that turn into negative feelings and what happens in the world around us. We turn to food for comfort a lot of the time. That also happens when you're really stressed or if you're lonely, food becomes the lover or it becomes the entertainment if you're bored. If you're stressed, it can become medication. Maybe you just went through a breakup or maybe you just lost your job and what's going to be there for you at the end of the day? And that's food. Food always says, there. It's all going to be okay. Just we've all been there one way or the other, and it's not an end-all, be-all, but for some people, it becomes a constant in their life, and that's when issues arise. This is where the mindset comes in. We have to change the mindset in order to change our lifestyles. So what are we going to do? We're going to change the mindset. We're going to change what we think so that what we feel propels us towards success. For me, I found the most important thing has been to face the music. It's actually be honest with yourself. Go in front of the mirror and do the 3 A's, acknowledge, accept, and abandon. What I mean by that is go in front of the mirror and be honest with yourself, weigh yourself and just absorb the fact that this is where you're at and you put yourself there. You have nobody else to blame but yourself. Now, I know it sounds a little bit harsh and it's like, oh, but all the fast food restaurants, it makes it so easy. No. You walked into them, you put it to your mouth or, and this doesn't just apply to weight loss. This goes for anything in life. Accept the fact that you put yourself into this position. Acknowledge your lack of self-control. Realize that for the longest time, you've been dishonoring yourself and your body by putting junk into it. Stop shifting the blame. It's not your parents' fault. It's not your family's fault. It's not, oh, I have kids and I can't focus on what I'm eating. If anything, at that point in time, you should be really aware of what you're putting into your body because you're setting the example, right? Stop blaming the restaurants and the fast food. All those things, you're shifting the blame outside yourself. Everybody else is responsible. Everything is everybody else's fault. Everything is circumstantial. And then, you're not responsible. And we want to stop that. We want to avoid that. Once you accept that you're to blame for the position that you're in, things become a little bit more clear. It's like swiping the slate clean. I promise you. It sounds a little bit harsh, but it works. It worked for me. And honestly, the first time I did that is when everything actually changed. It wasn't just like, I'm going on a diet. No. When I finally did that, something in me changed. Something inspired me to just move in a different direction, unlike anything else in the past. And trust me, I've done it all. But once you've acknowledged that and accepted that, then it's time to abandon all those negative thoughts. It's like the final frontier before taking on a new life. Say, I recognize that this is what happened. I understand what my position in it was, but now I'm done with it. And then what you do is start to change your mentality. And this is the hardest part. From here on out, all we're going to have is an accomplishment mentality. You're going to go in front of the mirror and you're going to say, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I will accomplish my goals, I will achieve success. That is the mental track I want you to have in your mind. We're done with the insecurities. We're done with the blaming and all that stuff. We did that. We acknowledged that was part of our life, but now we're done with it. We're moving on. You know what? A really good exercise to get into this mindset is to go and get a dry erase marker and on your mirror write this: I am beautiful, I'm strong, I'm smart, I'm successful. And every morning when you go in, to wash your face, brush your teeth, do whatever you do in the morning in the bathroom, you will always see that. You will always see that, and it will be sort of a positive reinforcement in your mind. Remember, everything about your mindset is a choice. Yes, we have a subconscious mind mind and it rules us more than we realize. But our conscious mind, 98% of that is choice. I want you to choose to be positive. And I don't even mean that in a way where it's like, oh my God, just be happy all the time no matter what. No, I think that's really unrealistic and counterproductive. But what I want you to do is to stop the blame game, stop name calling yourself, stop putting yourself down, okay? Choose to change your mind so that you can change your body. On the subject of food, I think one of the most important things to remember about food is that it is not our lover, it is not our companion, it is not our friend, it is not our entertainment, it is not our medication. It is there to sustain us. It is there to make sure that our body functions at its highest capacity, that it's healthy, for energy, to help us live. That's what it's there for, okay? All the other things are social constructs. We have to change our mind to think that way. So just remember, it's like going to the gas station and putting the lowest grade fuel in the finest of cars. It just doesn't make sense, you know? You're not giving it the best you can. One of the big things that we have to do is change our relationship with food. Observe yourself. Like, when do you start to overeat? Do you start to overeat when you're bored? Do you start to eat when you're lonely? You know, do you reach for comfort food to, get away from things, to relieve stress? Like, what is it? Try to identify that. In the future, when you come to that place, stop yourself and ask yourself, like, do you really need this? Are you actually hungry? Address that first and foremost, and then start taking on a weight loss journey. Remember, change the mindset and then you'll change your life. But the thing is, it's going to take time. You didn't get here in a day, in a week, in a month. It took a long time to put you in this position. So you have to acknowledge that and then let yourself take the time that you need to get to where you want to be. It's going to take at least a month before you start seeing changes in terms of energy levels, how your skin looks, how you feel, weight loss. All that is going to come in time. Especially in the beginning while your body adjusts to these changes, it's really important to just keep your mind on track. You're going to get there. Things are going to change, but it's going to take time. And I know we live in a world of immediacy and we just want things like that. But when it comes to this, there is no such thing. You just got to remember that health is your number one priority. My great-grandfather always used to say, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So just remember that. If you're reaching for that pizza, if you're reaching for, that Chinese food or the Doritos or whatever it might be, whatever your vice, just remember, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And I'll leave you with that.